What's going on, YouTube? It's the middle of the night. I'm all greasy from an audition. I just played a redneck bad guy. I was working out and I'm sweaty and I'm covered in baby oil and sweat. How cool, right? Point is, I can't fucking process what's going on anymore. So I'm so tired of this fucking game of like, oh, silence, ghost you, silence, forget you, must get over you, don't talk about it. Everybody wants to say, avoid them, don't talk to them, just give them the silent treatment, and then I'm getting the silent treatment, and everybody's getting everybody the silent treatment. And where do we go from there? Just like a bunch of mutes who are censoring themselves. And I'm so against censorship. I'm so fucking against censorship in the world of like, silence is the new violence. No one say anything and we're all just figure it out on our own and no one communicate. And this is the world that we're being led down. And I am a firm believer that anybody that says, silence, just give them the silent treatment and avoidant, and let them figure it out. And years later, they'll be like, wow, I miss you. Wow, I wish I had not done that to you. And 10 years from now, when you're so successful and so strong. And then they'll be like, wow, I messed up. I should have stuck with you. I totally screwed up. Look, that's the road we're going down. That I'm in love with my partner for 6 years. I asked her up for 3. I date her for 6 years. I'm in love with her. She has an affair with her professor. And suddenly, she's here 7 weeks ago, and we're having dinner, we're having a romantic day, we go to the beach, she gives me a kiss, where she's getting on a sexy dress, we're gonna probably have a romantic sexual evening, and then I said like, well, we had dinner, and we gave you the digestion period, we usually have our romance before dinner, and now you wanted to have dinner first, because you were so angry about having early dinner, and now the early dinner means we're not having sex, and so that's kind of causing a problem, and this is a stupid thing to be arguing about. Can we just like figure this out and not worry about it? Like, well, it's never worked in the past 6 years, so how's it, maybe it hasn't worked in the past 6 years. It's this like silly he said, she said, you said, I didn't say stuff. It's like so dumb. I love you. We're in a relationship together. What's the problem? Oh, you were lying to me. That's the problem. The problem is that you were lying to me for months and maybe a year or more and having an affair for months or maybe more. That's the problem. And then when I finally found out about it, you then ran away. That's the problem. And then running away from me makes me, and trying to blame me. Well, remember 4 years ago you did that thing? I was like, what the fucking talking about? Like, that's not the thing we're doing this for. You fell in love with someone else along the way because you think he can offer you more money in your career. That's where we're at. That's where this fucking story is at in my life right now. And for 7 weeks, I've been turning in turmoil and wonder and pain and shame and hate and guilt and pain and loss and suffering and depression and longing and loving and worrying and thinking and remembering and all this fucking turmoil. All for what? Because someone wants to keep a silence because you think it's helpful to and you literally were here 7 weeks ago arguing with me, like arguing when I wasn't even raising my voice. I kept myself very calm. But you would say to me like, we're having a conversation. I'd be like, I didn't say that. You'd like, Like you do this button up lip thing, which is really childish and only kind of gaslighting, as they say, the creating more drama. I'm like, I never ever in your life ever told you to be quiet or shut up or don't share. That's because you come from your family of CIA spies, fact, who are told to never have their emotions. You're told to never show your emotions. You come from a family of secret spies who are never told to show their emotions. That's the family you come from. And your dad wasn't there when your brother was born. Your dad wasn't there. He was off on the fucking James Bond secret cases around the world, and he wasn't there for you. And when he was home, it was like, don't say that, repress yourself, be repressed, and be quiet. So then when he dies last year, you threw that on me as if like now the trauma comes up that daddy never listened to you. I always listened to you. And now you got a new daddy who's going to let you cry on his shoulder because he wants to get inside your pants. So that's the fucking trauma that you're going through. And you're throwing it on me saying, it's like, I never told you to do that. I never said be quiet. I never said shut up. I never said don't share. Ever, ever, ever. I'm always encourage you to not be repressed and suppress and express yourself. So here we are now. And I'm struggling at the midnight hour, 7 weeks to the day that you left me. And I am absolutely beside myself because I love you and I want my life with you. And I understand that you have left me like garbage and see no value in me. And that really will always hurt me. And it would always hurt me to never know. And I just can't live with never knowing. Like, Never knowing, wondering, well, in 2 months, well, in 12 months, well, in 2 years, well, in 12 years. Just like never knowing, how are you, what's going on, what's happening, how did you leave, all the answers, all the questions, all the explanations, all the wondering, all the loving, all the caring, all the how are yous and what are you up to's, all that stuff and everything we had. It doesn't make sense for this world to say, just move on in silence and let silence be the new killer. They'll wonder about you. They'll think about you. And eventually they'll come crawling back and you'll say, my life's working perfect now. Look how jacked I am. And I don't need you. I'm so rich. And I got women all over the place. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's Marxism taught at the university level to all the institutions. And everybody then filters through it through social media platforms. And you're all eating the same humble Marxist pie of nonsense that makes everybody not speak with sense. No, don't use your senses. Use your defenses in silence. Say something. Use your fucking big boy words. Use your mouth. Use your adult mind and find common ground, or to at least disband the ground and figure it out how to be humans who discuss their words and not just mistrust them and run away in silence like children. This whole concept of use silence, run away, avoidant tactics, deal with narcissism by avoiding them. Whatever the fucking tactic is, it's all fucking Marxist nonsense taught by the same people who go to the same schools of thought to corrupt everybody's thing. And then they spread that on social media, all over the internet, all over places and say, that's how you deal with people. You just, whoop, disappear, be gone, say nothing, silence. It's totally destructive. It's totally unfucking cool. It doesn't use any of your wisdom, words, or mind to find anything of reconciliation or any even way to like properly dissolve something. There's no resolution. It's so stupid. So no, everyone that says, say nothing and run away, and they'll find you in 10 years and be like, why did I let you go? You're so hammeredly jacked now. You're so strong. You always were strong. It's only been 7 weeks. How fit can I be? I was already fit. If you didn't see it, now I'm extra fit. Like, bam! You didn't know? Okay. Well, silence is not going to show you that. And there's no like, well, you're silent, but you're creeping on their media. You're not on social media. And you're not creeping on mine because I'm not posting on that channel. So, what? We're just going to be two silent strangers now after loving each other for 6 years. Just total fucking silent strangers. After one night. Just best friends, love you. We're going to have sex and dinner and love you. And suddenly, boop, nothing. It doesn't make sense. It's a stupid tactic. Anybody that promotes that tactic is fucking confused because of the peers that are all saying that's how you should appear, like a fucking ghost. It's dumb. It's not smart. It's not using your words. It's not using all the thought about what we've created, like critical thinking, debate, understanding, language, communication. No communication is nothing. You can't even use your words. So no, here we are at the midnight hour. We're completely beside myself. I put myself focused on this fucking audition. I did that all day. I'm stressed about it being the 3rd of September and she's back to school today. And I'm concerned. How is her first day of school? How did the 4th year go? What's going on? How have you been for 7 weeks? And you didn't reach out to me. You didn't reach out to me in 7 weeks. You did one fucking thing. How are you? As if I'm fine. Oh, I hope you're okay. As if I'm okay. Because what? Your boyfriend was away with his family that weekend and you were lonely? So I didn't respond to that. Because how am I supposed to respond to that? I'm not okay. Hope you're okay. Have a great day. Hope I'm okay. I deserve better than you hope I'm okay. How could you think I'm okay? The love of my life has been gone and treated me like garbage and cheated on me and lied to me. And you just think I'm going to be fine 3 weeks later? You should. And I asked for closure. I asked for a meeting. I asked for a fucking coffee, discussion, anything. And you said, well, I'd love to, but I can't because I'm afraid we're just going to get in an argument. I'm like, we haven't argued in like so long. I've not been argumentative. So what? Well, I can remain calm like I have been for a long time. And we can discuss like what the fuck happened. But you chose no in your way to protect you so you don't have to be exposed in your fucking lies. That's the fact. You don't want to be exposed any further in your lies because you'd be admitting, I lied and cheated. I fucked my professor. I cheated my way to an A+ grade. I cheated all my students. I cheated my entire class. He cheated his family, his wife. I cheated on you. We lied to everybody. That's what you have to be admitting, and you don't want to admit that. So that's why you ran away and tried to blame me. Well, remember 4 years ago you did that thing that one time? I was like, what? It wasn't like I fucking murdered somebody or did something terrible or fucked and cheated on you. I was like, I got mad one time, like 5 years ago, you're saying something? Okay. Well, I've worked on that since then, and I've become really calm and zen and caring and kind, and we were always together. That was so long ago. You're going to hold that as the reason? No, that's you trying to put it on me so you don't have to own it for yourself. And then go into silent mode to say, this is how people deal with it. I was taught by my peers. I was taught by my peers. I was taught by social media platforms to be silent. Walk away. Just walk away, man. Walk away. Don't use your words. Walk the fuck away. I say fuck that. Talk away. Don't walk away. Figure it out. Act like an adult. This is fucking nonsense. So what I'm driving at is I couldn't handle it anymore. I thought about calling her. She's not going to respond because at one moment, if you say something and they interrupt and it's interrupting and not listening, and then you raise your voice or you like change your tone and they don't like the tone and you get them at the wrong time, can't call them. Okay. I'll show up. Like in movies, they always show up, right? Because they don't want people sitting back. They want people to do something in movies. So movies aren't real life. So every time you watch a movie and they're like, the hero is showing up at the girl's house. See, I got to go to her. Movies are lies. Movies want to show you action. They want to show something. They don't want to have someone feel something. They want you to feel it, but them to do it. So now in a movie, you're like, the guy gets his heart broken. He shows up. He goes to the airport. He goes to the person's work. He goes here. He goes there. He chases them. He finds them. And then he's being like, get away from me, you crazy stalker. You're fucking too abrasive. I didn't ask you to be here. What are you doing? You're showing up here at my sister's wedding. You're at my own wedding and you're telling me you love me? Too late. It's like that's a movie. It doesn't really work like that in real life. You can't show up at her house, show up at her work, show up at her business and be like, hey, now's the time for me. It's like, not time for me. I'm busy right now. What the fuck is this? You're interrupting me? So you can't call, can't get the right voice through. You can't fucking show up. And you think, okay, I'll write a letter. I'll write a fucking letter. And then you pen it by hand and you go through all this way and you labor and you make a spelling mistake and you write it on paper and you're like, oh my God. And then they mail it and then they get it and they have to be in the right tone to receive it. And they're like, what's this special thing on paper? Who writes on paper anymore? It's in cursive. Do I read cursive? Do I write in print? Oh my God. And then the tone. I love you. And when you hear a letter in movies, it sounds with a voiceover. So it's like Ryan Gosling in The Notebook and it's some fucking romantic thing. I'm a bird. But like in reality, they read it however they want to hear it. They read it whatever voice they've chosen for you to have done by the tone that's of their day. Catch them at a wrong moment. Catch them being like, where's this letter? Oh my God, I get a bad feeling. Oh my God, how nice. Right away, the tone has changed. They have chosen the tone. How nice. Oh my God, how, whatever it could be. So then you could write, I love you and I miss you. It could be read as, I love you, I miss you. Or it could be like, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. You see how it can change so quickly just in the tone of what they're thinking? So a letter's out. So then you're like, a video. Well, a video will just look like this, and I'll look like a person that's covered in grease and so jacked and wanting to talk to you. But you're not going to listen. And you're going to then just be abrasive by a video, and the words won't be meaningful, and it'll just be like misconstrued, and then it'll be used against you and posted somewhere and shown to her friends. What a fucking person. You're like, how do I communicate? Because this silent thing is bullshit. And I'm supposed to now continue in silence for like the rest of my life. Just like, you know what? In like 3 years from now, man, when I'm rich and successful and so much even more tanked than I am right now, she'll look back and be like, I made a mistake. I should have loved Mark because my teacher is still married to his wife and his kids, and my uterus is used up, and he doesn't want to have kids with me, and now I don't have to have a family, and I fucked it up, man. In 3 years, and 4 years, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, damn. That's the timeline till we can all feel regret later in life because we didn't have the balls to say something and the words of our mouth to use our tongue and lips and mind to find some sort of way to fucking understand at least what was, what will be, and what was and couldn't be. That's the reality. This silence game is so fucking stupid. So no, I go against that. And I've been doing it, allowing her to do it to me for 7 weeks, and I've been in twisted tormented circles. The pain cycle continues because nobody's stopping the cycle and saying, what is going on with this fucking wheel? You were traumatized by your father dying, and then you wanted to take your childhood emotions of never being heard and put that on me. That's something you got to address. And you also lied and cheated on me. That's something for whatever the trauma was. Why did you do that? Not just for money, for some validation thing? And where my traumas are now since you leaving. I lost the love of my life. Why? What could I have done? What could she have done? I don't know how I could love myself again. Who shall I love again? How will I make myself whole again? What was it? This, that, the other. All this wondering as opposed to actual fucking answers. An actual investigation of what is, being unearthed or hidden. And just pull it out and uproot it. Then we can get to the problems. Then we can start seeding new life. But otherwise, we just continue burying the poison nightshade and growing more poison in a cycle. And it's just disgusting, and it's wrong, and it's evil. And all the people that say, let them go, man, shut the fuck up. Everyone says the same thing. Everyone, random guy at the gym, person online, where I go, anyone says, well, just walk away, man. Walk away and let success be your true answer. And success takes maybe a lifetime and maybe it doesn't happen at all, but that's how you respond to them. You just become so rich and so successful and so famous and so tanked, so jacked, and so rich that they're like, damn, I fucked it up with that bitch. I shouldn't have done it. And 5 years from now, bang my head and thing. And that's 5 years gone. We could have at least talked or been together or worked it out or at least solved our problems and gone our own path. Instead of this wrath of wonder and worry and torment and spinning and what did I do? What did she do? What could we have done? How are they doing? It's fucking crazy shit. I'm absolutely against it now. 7 weeks of torment led me nowhere extra better. I'm not any better. I'm not healed. My heart will never heal until it feels real love, period. I can give myself love. I do that. I work on myself. I love myself. I do meditation. I do appreciation hours. I give affirmations. I do creation hours. I pray. I work out. I build. I do kung fu. I work on music. I'm doing all the things you're supposed to do. Short of go getting under someone to get over someone. I'm not doing that. I'm not interested in a relationship with someone else. They're not attractive. They're not in for me. And I'm definitely not even close to being ready. Maybe in 5 years from now. Maybe. But I'm not fucking getting any closer any sooner, I don't think. I'll check in a year or two and see how I'm doing. But I'm in no rush to go to replace them. And how could you replace the irreplaceable? How could you possibly replace the irreplaceable? It's the most important person I've ever known. You can't just replace that. It's called a priceless piece of art. You can't just go and burn it and then think I'll get a new one tomorrow. So it's like my sister dying. You can't replace it. It's irreplaceable. So, no. The silence game is over. I'm not playing that. I feel better saying this than saying, well, I'll just keep my mouth. And that's me going about my business. 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. And I'm so fit. I'm already fit and rich and successful. I'm already that. It's already a mindset. I'm already there. So what's the difference? 7 weeks, 7 years. Why do we not need to speak? It's so childish. It's so dumb. It's holding a grudge. It's being stupid. It's Marxist, nonsense, Freud, crazy, fucking... The people that have set this agenda for the institutions, the long march to the institution, Antonio Gramsci from 100 years ago and Karl Marx from 200 years ago, spreading their satanic worship of divide, all sides, segregate, create states of hate and debate nothing, and just make everybody feel They're the ones. They're the ones. They're the victims. They're the ones. I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. Everybody be quiet in the corners and complain in their corners with their own people. Black people over here. White people over there. Oh, white people are the worst. Put them down there. All this. Everybody separate and segregate. And then in your little boxes, complain with who you were with. We're the blue mob. We hate the blue-haired mob. We hate everybody else who's not. We're the woke mob. We hate everybody else who's not. We're against oil. Everyone's against something else. It's so fucking dumb. And all this is putting everybody in their tiny little boxes to be controlled. I am not going to be put in your little tiny box. You can't put me in your little tiny box and control me. No, no, no. Ninja move, no. So she tried to put me in a little fucking box. She tried to put me in the box, the garbage box, and leave me like a piece of garbage. I'm not a piece of garbage. I'm not a cosmic joke. I'm a strong, badass, independent motherfucker who is smart, critical thinker, who is a creative person, who has a huge heart and knows how to give it and knows how to love and knows how to fight and knows how to make music and knows how to write and knows how to work out and knows how to look after himself and knows how to cook, knows how to clean, knows how to be a man, knows how to be a father, knows how to be a good brother and a good person and a good leader and a healer and a teacher and a provider and a philosopher and a lover and all the things that bring people to the level of being a peak performer. I am up there. I'm alpha. I am omega. I got it all. Only thing I don't got is answers because we're being told to silence ourselves and shut up in silent corners. I'm against that shit. Fuck that. Let's talk it out, yo. Let's use what we've been given, the voice before we're voiceless, before we're dead. We have to fucking use our words, not let them be misread and misled and misheard and misinformation. It's so dumb. So no. I sent her a text message. And I'm going to read it to you now. And that was the point of this video. I wrote this. 6 years. I deserve answers. I deserve explanations. I deserve an apology. I deserve a goodbye. I deserve to know that you prefer to be strangers at any level of any relationship, from I love you forever, best friends, life partners, to absolutely cut out cold strangers. That's how you choose to leave me and us, and all we had and are and shared and dared to be. The end of history for a mystery, to be ghosted strangers. How you've chosen to break us and me and this has caused way more damage than I or anyone deserves. And it's inhumane to continue this horrible course without recourse and respect for the above answers, to at least have the decency to distance from me with respect for both our pasts and forward paths. I've waited for you for 3 years to date you, 6 years to love you, and a lifetime to offer my heart and soul, hopes and dreams, efforts and means. I get that you reject me and throw me away like a worthless piece of garbage, but I am not worthless. I have value and deserve proper respect and some answers, explanations, apology, and closure for at least a proper goodbye. I've waited 7 weeks for some reasonable reconciliation to at least allow healing according to therapy. You're causing more trauma and PTSD than anyone needs. This is not adult behavior. To run away, silent treatment, Marxist, Machiavellian, narcissistic avoidance. It's actually a clinical diagnosis that only perpetuates trauma and the cycle of shame and pain for it to happen again and again. I've requested this and given space, and you refuse because it's self-serving your needs, but not helping or health-serving. You signed a Hippocratic oath to do no harm, and to hold that accountable for our health and well-being. Resolutions must be tabled for us to enable a peaceful transition. You humiliated me and shamed me and blamed me and abandoned me and lied and cheated on me. And this ending of how your silence ghosts me is only creating a massive enemy state that is very poor choice for a person that could be a lifelong alliance, with at least respect for a person that will always love you and will never stop just because you choose to have an affair. I don't care what you do and with who. You made the biggest mistake of your life, lying and cheating on me. But to end us so savagely, coldly, and cruelly is not helping anyone heal and feel whole again. My therapist asked again to reach out to you for the respect I ask for and am worthy of. As I gave you all my heart, honesty, loyalty, and forever love. Please make time to meet me, as you have not made time for us in a year and a half. And all I'm worth now is at least a final meeting to learn and know and let go. You have 1 week to make this happen, or you will never hear from me again, and my door and number and life will never ever be available for you for the rest of time.